to the Tinterweb. Are we live? Are we live? Don't show again, let's have a look. So I'm kind of winging this. I think we're live. Hi, how you doing, world? This is Scott Whitley, like, finally coming back out of hiding. So I think we're live. Hopefully, I'm not going to kill the stream if I do this. Hopefully what I can do is, if you just give me a minute, guys, is hopefully I can copy the stream. So what's happening here? Are we actually live? Or not? This is really interesting. Videos. It's really, I can't tell if I'm live right now. So let's see. Yo yo yo. Yeah, I am. I'm live. One watching. How we doing? Let's turn the sound down. I am gonna just copy this if I can. Hey, Mark Smith, how you doing? Jan's good. I'm in the USA, yeah. I'm trying to. So if any of you are friends with me on Facebook, I don't know if you can do me a favour and just kind of copy this across to and you know, like, post it, you know, on my Facebook. I'm just going to message Jan, actually. So I'm sorry for this weird start to the video. I'm using this Insta360 thing. Hey Jan, please. We're just having a domestic here. Hang on. Please copy YouTube link to Facebook. I've been trying for, like, this is to you guys, been trying for like an hour more to do the restream thing, so that I'm streaming to both platforms. So anyway, who we got here now? How you doing, Matthew? Doing good, thank you. Where have I been to for the last 6 months, says Mark Smith. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to, like, just kind of crack on as best I can. Let me see if we can get back to the stream here. Right. So where have I been? So it's, and I think, to be fair, it's probably much more than 6 months. You know, it's been a long time. By the way, I'm actually in Roswell, New Mexico, as we speak. And why am I wearing a cowboy hat? Let's get that one out of the way. I'm wearing a cowboy hat because I can, because I'm in New Mexico and people wear cowboy hats here, and it's just a done thing, so I'm kind of enjoying that while I can. Plus I really like this hat, you know. Yeah, so this is like kind of a little bit of a random stream, really. I just kind of what time is it? It's like 2:33, something like that, in the morning here. But it was kind of like led there, tossing and turning, because I've been meaning to kind of come out of my shell, come out of hiding and stuff, and I've just felt suddenly like it's time to make a start, you know. So yeah, where have I been? What's been going on? So without getting too dark into the, you know, the distant past. Oh, by the way, I'm going to read the comments in a minute. Is this streaming in 360? Can you guys actually, like, spin round and look, you know, at different parts of the frame? Be interested to know. So yeah, going back, just real quick kind of potted history of what has actually happened. Obviously things were going well. I was touring, I was playing with big country and stuff. 2020, COVID hit. Ground, you know, my life kind of ground to a halt, as many other musicians' lives did. I was then faced with kind of some sort of issues I'd always had, but they disappeared for a long number of years, you know, sort of like, you know, depression and things like that. I got diagnosed with ADHD at age 50, and got prescribed the medication that goes along with it, and thought, well, this is it, you know. I can be like everybody else now, you know. I can you know, be like all those successful entrepreneurs and all the rest of it. And probably pushing on 2 years, probably a year and a half, I've worked really, really hard to be that person, you know, kind of tried to stop being impulsive, and which is an ADHD thing, and tried to just be more, you know, like a 9-to-5 kind of dude. And I kind of like, you know, time blocked all my calendar out and stuff like that. But, you know, it was really hard. It was impossible, if I'm honest. And then I started work on my slap bass course, which, by the way, is going to recommence this year. You know, I'm going to finish that. But that's really what the, you know, was that was the straw that broke the camel's back, is when I realised how difficult that was for me to do, if not impossible. It just destroyed me, and I just that's when I really tanked and went into this very deep depression. So that was like mid to late 2022, I think. Is that right? Can that be right? I think so. And so I've just had, I had a year and a half, something like that, nearly 2 years of just being unable to do anything, pretty much. The darkest depression I've ever experienced in my life. If I'm honest, I felt completely worthless. I felt like I'd let everybody down. You know, I was comparing myself to like other YouTubers and stuff, and you know, it was just the darkest time, you know, like ever. I really didn't want to be alive, you know, and I didn't know what I could do. I didn't know. I felt like I just couldn't function. I just couldn't do anything. I was too embarrassed to speak to anybody, you know. I tried to get help. I tried to get therapy and all those kind of things. Anyway, after certainly 12 months of that or so, a friend of mine, Stephen Black from Roswell here, just who I've been teaching, by the way, teaching bass guitar for 7 years it was at that, you know, point, over the internet. He invited me out here just for a visit, just to kind of, you know, just something that was like not just sat on the sofa kind of crying all day, you know. It was very, very kind. He paid for everything. He completely covered all the flights. He kindly put me up in his house, hosted me in his house with his family, and you know, he's very, very generous. Made sure I had money in my pocket and to enjoy the trip, and it was brilliant. You know, I was out here for about 2 weeks. Ended up playing with his band randomly. I think it was like the day after I got here, they had a band practice and their rhythm guitar player left, so I kind of filled in on Piccolo bass, actually. So I had like 2-3 days to learn like 40, 50 songs, which I kind of did. And that was a lot of fun. Anyway, it was just a really fun trip, and it was good for the soul. And I felt really of value for the first time in a long time, you know. And it was the first time I'd socialised in, you know, 2-3 years at all. Probably nearly 4. I really hadn't socialised at all, you know. Because I wasn't playing with the band back home anymore. I'd given that up because I told myself I was going to take the world by storm on YouTube. Lol. And anyway, towards the end of the trip, well, actually it was at the end of the gig. We had 2 nights up at this casino, and he made me an offer. He said, you know, I could probably pay you a salary to come out here and work with me on my bass stuff and one thing and another. And it's a very generous offer, very generous, you know. And I just kind of thought, wow, what's just happened? You know, I've just gone from not knowing what I'm going to do with my life, not having any kind of way I could see of earning an income, and then all of a sudden I've got this job offer, you know, this proper thing, to come out here for, you know, 12 months on a visa or whatever. So I kind of bit his hand off, really. And then I did all the paperwork for the visa, so, you know, like I'd never done that before, but I taught myself how to, you know, be a visa lawyer. And that was really intense. And that whole thing took, probably with like moving all the stuff out here and whatever, a couple of months. Got out here and then became sort of really randomly almost a permanent fixture in his band, playing guitar, like chicken picking, you know, country guitar. Now that was interesting because my passion for music had just gone, you know, with everything that had happened. You know, it was like I just couldn't find any joy in it anymore. I kind of hated it. I kind of was resentful to the whole music thing. It kind of almost, you know, made me feel sick, the thought of playing and stuff, because of where it ended up. And here I am all of a sudden playing guitar in a band in proper like cowboy country, you know, they're really into country music over here. And what I found is all of a sudden my love for music and playing, you know, my passion for learning new licks and new techniques and songs and stuff, it all come back, you know, albeit on a different instrument. So that was really, really positive. That was an amazing thing. It was really positive that I was having to socialize, as in I couldn't just shut myself away and sort of ruminate and feel sorry for myself. You know, I had to step up to the plate and 2 band practices a week, gigs, all the bit. And as well, I suddenly felt of huge worth, you know, like all that kind of worthlessness that I'd experienced, that turned round, and I was able to, because you know, the guys over here, or the band is you know, it's a part-time thing. It's not a professional outfit. They're very good. I don't mean that, but they all got jobs and things like that, and so I felt like I was really able to bring a lot of my experience and my knowledge into the situation and really help these guys, you know, like really I kind of revamped their PA system and you know, just tons of stuff like. So it was a really, really positive time. I was still struggling, you know, in those early months, beginning of last year, with, you know, the depression and the low self-esteem and stuff. but I had to just kind of push through and you know, and basically what I'm saying is it was the first thing that really brought me out of myself and made me have to socialise, and it was a massive positive, you know. I'm going to turn around because it's flipping freezing. It's so cold here, right? Why have I gone upside down? That's interesting. How did that work? There I am. If I do it slowly, what on God's earth? That's really crazy. Let me turn myself round. Right, I'm going to have a look at the comments and stuff in a minute, see if anybody's actually stuck with me or if you've all disappeared. Let's have a look, let's do that. Let me see. I'm turning myself upside down there. Let me see. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Let's see. The live chat. Where's it gone? Where's it gone, man? Let me go back. Are we still live? Here we go. Hope we're still live out there, guys. Just struggling to find the chat over here. Hang on. Hang on a second. Aha. Right. Okay. I don't know what position this camera is in at the minute. Let me just, because my goodness me, upside down and all kinds. So let me try and reset that best I can. What do you think of the 360 thing? I've never used it before for a live setting. It seems pretty cool, actually. You can have yourself a little look round Roswell as I stream. I'm sorry about this. I'm just trying to find the. There we go. Okay. Hey, Danny Sapko. Lovely to see you there. Yeah, Zap Looper, yes, we can see 360. Come back with your bass. I will, Sandro. New Mexico, yeah. Yes, I will. I will come back with my bass. And this is kind of why I'm making this video. So if anyone that's just kind of joined the stream, like I say, it's like 3 AM here, and I just felt like, right, let's do it. Let's break, you know, the ice and make a video. So it's great to be back. Yeah. So just bringing you up to speed now. Like I say, that was a really massively helpful and positive experience. Stephen as well, and his wife have been like the perfect hosts. You know, they've really looked after. And Jan, my wife, was out, by the way. I mean, that was another weird thing. Poor old Jan, like, she was supposed to come out at first with me. Then she got diagnosed with melanoma, right? So she kind of had to hang back and see what happened there, and I was on standby if it like gets bad. I'm just gonna go get on the next flight and stuff. Thank God it was contained and she's fine and everything like that. So she ended up joining me a couple of months later. So we had a good run of it together out here. We had to nip back to, excuse me, the UK a couple of times to do with the visa. I had to go to London to do an interview and stuff like that. So it's been a real adventure, and together we've done some really cool stuff. We went on a road trip where we just kind of camped in the back of a pickup truck, and we went. So if you look on the map where Roswell is in New Mexico, we went directly sort of west from here, and we saw places like White Sands. We went through the Ziguaro National Park or whatever it is, where all those, you know, Ziguaro cacti are, which is just crazy to see, you know. We went to